personally believe that workplace romance anime are the underrated gem of the romance anime genre. They have all the cuteness of a high school romance with the practicality and challenges of life as an adult. So today I'm going to recommend a couple of shows so you can add a little taste and class to your anime watching list. We're going to start off with the first one, which is Office Workplace Romances. Number 1, Aggretsuko, which is Netflix's adorable little red panda who likes to rock out to heavy metal in the afternoons to cope with all the microaggressions that she gets at work. The show follows Retsuko, a red panda who works in a corporate office setting, and she is trying to find a way to not do that anymore. And the best way that she can think of is to get married and, have to only rely on her husband to work, and she can stay at home and chill out. But as the episodes and seasons go on, she realizes that maybe that's not what she wants. She goes through these different facets of finding out what she actually wants, if she wants to continue working, who she wants to be with, and all different kinds of things that she struggles to overcome. Despite its super adorable animal characters and its really short episodes, it packs a lot of really heavy themes. It's honestly more a reflection of how Japanese women, and honestly women globally, are kind of like pressured to get married for a certain time, maintain a really successful career, and kind of be perfect in every single thing that they do, be mothers by a certain age, and all kinds of societal standards. Let's go on to the next one, which is going to be my favorite recommendation on this list. It is My Senpai is Annoying. It's a brand new anime that just came out this fall 2021 season. I actually recommended it on another video that I did recently. It's really a hidden gem because not many people are talking about it, but it gives me Wotakoi, Love is Hard for Otaku vibes. The story follows a 20-something office worker who is pretty short. It doesn't say how short she is, but I'm gonna guess she's at least 4'11", or if not 5 feet, which is what I am. We follow her and her journey as she works under her senpai, who is an older character. He's been at the company a little bit longer than her. The main point of this anime is to show different aspects of how women deal with height. So the main character is really short. She has another friend who's average height and who everyone is really in love with because she's really pretty. And then she has another friend who also everyone is in love with because she's super tall. But I like that there's a focus on the main character who struggles with trying not to be seen as a child because she's so short and tiny. Even when she's dressed up, looking professional, people still think that she is a child. That just hits me somewhere right in my heart because I am tiny. But even if I dress up, sometimes the people think that I am a child. And on top of that, she has a huge crush on her senpai, but her senpai also kind of sees her as a child or as a little kid or as a little sister. So she is trying to figure out how can she make this person see her as more of an adult. Basically just a sweet romance comedy. There's lots of really cute moments and lots of really funny moments and ridiculous moments as well that make it just lighthearted and easy to watch, and there's not a lot of pressure about work and society standards like there is in Aggretsuko. And since I mentioned Wotakoi, Love is Hard for Otaku when I talked about My Senpai is Annoying, I'm bringing it on this list. It's the next one. Now more people know about it now because it got famous on TikTok because people were doing the little dance. I have no idea how to do it. If you've done the dance but haven't watched the show, you need to watch the show because the show is fantastic. It's a love story for all my adult nerds out there, for my gaming otakus, for my fujoshis, for my cosplaying babes, for my freaking people who love cute anime girls. There's someone in this anime that you could probably relate to. The series explores the lives of 4 different types of otakus who all work in the same place, who have to deal with trying to hide their nerdiness and their otaku-ness from their work life as well as from their love life, at least until each of them find their respective partners and end up finding a sense of comfort and reassurance in who they are and what they like to do. It's refreshing to see adult nerds get together and have a love life because there's a societal thing about nerds not being able to fall in love or just being too removed from society to have actual social connections with other people. So I like that they flipped it and showed nerds, being in love. The second genre or subgenre of romance anime on this list is work versus love life balance, but that is the classical anime that everyone should know, which is Nana. Nana recently got put on the legal streaming service, got put on High Dive, so it is legal to watch now finally after years and years of it not being able to stream it. It's really worth a watch, especially if you're in your 20-somethings or if you're like recently turned 20, like the stories and the lessons hit really hard for this age group. And even if you're older than that, you can go back and you can go watch it, and you can like probably pick out moments where you've made similar mistakes or similar things have happened to you and Nana. The story follows two girls, both named Nana. They move to the city to try to make it in their respective areas. One of them is a rock star, and that is the one that we're gonna talk about for this example. So she has a band, and they move out there to try to form deals and, you know, get record deals and all that. She also is in love with this guy who is also a rock star. He's in another band. So they're in two different bands, a kind of secret love life with this person because he's really popular, and it might ruin her career. On top of that, Nana's friends are also kind of wrapped up in her career, including Nana's other friend who's also named Nana, and this whole world of like rock and roll. And there's lots of mistakes made and consequences and drama and romances. It unfortunately does not have a true ending, like the anime or the manga does not have a true ending, but it's still, for what it is, worth watching. Before I move on to some more steamy recommendations on this list, make sure you like this video if you're enjoying it so far. Also, please let me know in the comments what you want me to recommend next. What kind of subgenres of anime do you think need to be recommended more? I want to be the spokesperson for anime that deserves to be watched. Let's go on to supernatural workplace romances. Now, I said we're gonna get a little bit more steamy, so there's a little bit of steamy in this one, but the next one is definitely steamy, so stay around for that one. Let's talk about Natsuyuki Rendevouz. This is a also really hidden anime gem that I found. It's kind of a gem, it's kind of strange, so that's why I put it under the supernatural workplace romances. In Natsuyuki Rendevouz, a man falls for a woman who owns a flower shop. He ends up working at the flower shop, and as he gets closer to her, he realizes that there's a strange phenomena following her around. Basically, her dead husband is haunting her, and the guy who falls in love with her is the only one who can see him. It is honestly the strangest, craziest love triangle ever. It's a really convoluted love triangle that's filled with regret, themes of like dealing with how to move on after someone you love passes away. Well, each of the characters are a little bit possessive, not to the point to be concerning, but it is kind of prevalent in how each of them act. And the ending is going to make you very confused, but it's still worth a watch. Next up is Devil is a Part-Timer. Now, I know this is a weird recommendation for this list. It's been around for a while. The second season's finally coming out after like 8 years. But hey, I thought it had enough context, enough working context to be on this list. So basically we follow Satan, literally Satan, the devil, who is being chased down by like the holy army and the holy war. And he ends up escaping to the real world, and he ends up in Japan. He ends up being followed by the hero that was chasing him, the hero Amelia, and she also starts to work there so that she can keep an eye on Satan. So just from that premise alone, you can tell this is really funny. I mean, the guy works at McDonald's of all things. There are some romantic moments. There's hints of romance between the main character and one of the girls that he works with, but also between the main character and Amelia. So it feels a little harem-y, but it's not overbearing, and it's really filled with a lot of comedy and like really funny moments about working. And even when Satan is in the middle of like a crazy battle, he talks about how serious he takes his job. That is why I added it to this list. And I just have to add that personally, I am a Satan x Amelia shipper. And for my people who like, you know, a little sauciness in their anime series, the first one I'm going to recommend in this subgenre is Ganbare Douki-Chan. It is a ecchi series. It's really short. Their episodes are only 5 minutes long, but we basically follow 3 different girls who work in a workplace, and they each try to get with one of their co-workers. Like, they never show a lot of stuff. It's just like, this is the situation and this is what happens. In the very first episode, it's a girl and a guy who are co-workers. They have to end up sleeping in the same room together on a business trip, and the girl goes in the bathroom, changes, and is like acting all sexual, like, are you gonna, you know, get with me? And the guy's like, I don't know. That's basically how the rest of the show goes as well. And the next recommendation for the steamy subgenre list is Sweat and Soap. Sweat and Soap is actually not an anime yet. It is a manga, but it is a very popular, well-known manga series that has recently caught a lot of attention of a lot of mangakas, especially on TikTok. I haven't personally read much of it. I've read like a very small amount of it, but I had a really close friend describe it for me so that I can help recommend it to you guys. So basically, she described it as Sweat and Soap is about an office worker named Asako and a lead product developer named Natori. They both work for a soap company called Lila Drop. Asako has been dealing with sweat and body odor problems from a young age and has always been a little embarrassed by it. Natori has always had a strong nose and can dissect and put together any scent that he smells. One day Natori takes a huge whiff of Asako's BO and falls in love with her scent, and the rest of the story follows the ups and downs of their relationship. I found this description and also the synopsis of Sweat and Soap to be interesting. We don't get a lot of anime exploring the smells of the human body and how people deal with that. Some stories, are better as manga, and some stories are better in the manga, so make sure you check out Sweat and Soap. Thank you so much to Alexis. I'm going to put her information in the description below so you can go check her out. She has lots of cool manga recommendations and videos for you to look at. There are a lot more adult romance manga that exists than there are anime, but there are still lots of different options for anime fans who want a little spiciness in their romance and in their adult series. If you want more recommendations, make sure to go watch this video next. Thank you so much for watching this one. My name is Phoenix. This has been the Anime Tea. Don't let work overwhelm you, and have a good day. Peace.